Hi there, I'm Rebecca Hedlund, and I will be your child's health teacher this trimester. And so I wanted to just spend a few minutes letting you know some information about our class and what the kids will be doing. We're going to be covering quite a bit during this trimester. We started out learning about the heart, function and structure, and the circulatory system. And then we moved into CPR and how to use an EpiPen. So you probably saw pillow mannequins being used as we tried our best to do CPR remotely. And hopefully they're feeling more comfortable with the steps of CPR. Then we're going to get into about 3 weeks of nutrition. So we're going to look at first essential nutrients and how beneficial they are, where they can be found, what foods have what different nutrients in them. And then we're going to get into My Plate, which is kind of the revamped food pyramid. And then we'll get into food label reading and identifying nutrient-rich foods. After that, we're going to do changes during puberty, as well as reproductive system parts, and then get into HIV/AIDS information prevention. After that, we'll get into social emotional learning, so looking at managing stress, bullying prevention, how to work out problems with others, conflict resolution, any sort of problem solving. We're going to do that. It's the second step program. So it's a continuation of what they had in elementary school if they were on the island for elementary school. And then we're going to look at alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, vaping, and decision making and refusal skills around those, just so that they're well educated on the issues with all of those things. And as far as grading, it is cumulative over the course of the trimester. So if you look in Skyward, you're going to see points that are then converted into a letter grade. And I have 3 categories in Skyward for grading. The first one is for assignments, and those are the day-to-day assignments, weekly check-in quizzes, any practice work students are doing for our units. And then a summative score would be something larger and more final, such as a final test for a unit, larger projects, or any other end of unit demonstration of their learning. You'll see that as summative. And then we also have an engagement category, and this is a no count, so it's not affecting their grade, but it is for your information to know how well they're engaging in class, whether that is during our Zoom meetings. We would love for them to please have cameras on if at all possible. It's really nice to be able to see them. I miss seeing them in person, and to see them through Zoom is the second best thing. Backgrounds are good to be used, so if someone would prefer to have a background, that's totally fine, but please encourage cameras on. Focus on class, meaning no phones or games or anything else, no eating or lying down. I know it's hard at home, but really they're at school, and so that's part of engagement is being ready to learn. Materials ready, participating in our classroom discussions, chats, breakout rooms, and then the second part of that is turning in assignments. That's really important. So if they're getting a 2 maybe for engagement and they're coming to Zooms, maybe it's because they're not turning in assignments. And I try and write a comment in Schoology, or I'm sorry, in Skyward about why they're getting a score if it's not a 3. As far as materials, they need some sort of health notebook, whether it's a section of a multi-subject notebook or its own notebook, or maybe it's a Google folder in Google Drive for health. But basically all the health papers should be kept in one spot for easy access and for review. And then a planner is awesome. I would always suggest every student has a planner to keep track of the work of the week, and then even more extended projects. And that could be an app, or it could be a paper planner, depending on the style that your child would like. Success opportunities for every student. Come prepared with materials, actively engage in the learning. It's really important they're checking the week at a glance and Schoology daily, and making sure that they're not missing turning in any assignments. And so they should be checking both of those every day. Participation in office hours for help, clarification on assignments, or sometimes I'll ask students to pop on in if I feel like we need to have more work on a particular subject. And those are 12:45 to 1:15 are my Zoom meetings. They don't have to come for the whole thing. They could pop in, ask their question, get clarification, and move on their way. And then please just have them check Skyward once a week. They don't need to check it daily, but once a week keeps them on track in case there is anything missing they didn't know, they can deal with it right then. And then just really quickly, you would go to Schoology for a list of assignments and due dates. For updates from me, maybe they need something special for class, so I'll put an update, or messages. So students can message me through Schoology, and that's how I will message students. Skyward really is just for grades. So look there for any missing work and for grades on assignments. As far as communication, really the week at a glance is important, and it's always posted to the course by 8 o'clock on Monday mornings. And then the assignments in Schoology, the easiest place is to check upcoming, which is in the column on their iPad in Schoology. It lists all upcoming assignments, or they can go into their calendar on Schoology and look there. I'll send monthly health updates just to give you a quick update on what we're doing in class. And again, please email me with any questions that you might have. Maybe I didn't cover something in this presentation that you were wondering, so please let me know. If there's anything you would like me to know about your child, I'm always happy to talk. So please don't hesitate to send me an email. So thank you so much. We're going to have a great trimester.